Hey everyone, my name is Veronica. If you're returning, I'm so glad that you came back to hang out with me. And if you're new, I hope you will stick around and consider subscribing if you like this kind of content. I have 17 fragrances to share with you today that are part of my latest haul. I can confidently say that just about all of them are 2 thumbs up. There's one that's a thumbs up and maybe a thumb sideways. I'm not sure. I'll share why. And in some cases, these are fragrances that other YouTubers inspired me to purchase. In that case, I will share their name and link them down below. Before we get into the fragrances, if you are also interested in makeup or curious about makeup or really good at makeup, whatever the case may be, I hope you'll go check out my video where I went through like a get ready with me for this eyeshadow look today using the Pat McGrath Divine Rose 2 palette. The video is called Playing with Makeup Bold Eyeshadow. So go check that out. Let's jump into these fragrances. The first one that I have to share with you is one that I have been eyeballing for about a year. I've added it to my cart. I've taken it out. I've added it back in. Basically because there have been some reviews that said it either doesn't last long or really isn't that unique or interesting. I guess there are some of us who buy so much fragrance, so much perfume that we really want every single purchase to be, knock it out of the ballpark, super unique, blow your socks off. And I get that. I totally appreciate that. However, it kind of skews the reviews for me because I'm one of those people that's still sort of in collecting mode. I haven't slowed down yet. At some point I will, but right now I'm just enjoying trying out new fragrances. I fall in love with bottles and purchase them. I hear other people talking about fragrances. I get really interested. I'm a little bit obsessed right now. So I'll get to a point where I am no longer obsessed, but today's not that day. So let's jump in. I've got Happy Chopard Lemon Dulci is what it's called. I looked it up, how to pronounce it on Google beforehand because I've been known to mispronounce a word or two. This is one that's supposed to be a really happy, joyful fragrance. I love a good citrus. It's getting really hot here in Central Virginia, and I'm turning my eye toward the super light florals and citruses. Happy Chopard Lemon Dulci. It is very much a citrus fragrance. You get some sharp citrus at the top, lemon, mandarin orange, bergamot. There's even ginger in here. I do like a nice ginger note, especially if it's nicely blended in with others. And in the middle, you get mango. Love a good mango note, orange blossom, apple, and cucumber. So all of these fresh, fruity notes, some florals, and in the base, mint and woody notes. I said some florals. I guess that's just the orange blossom. Mint and woody notes. I really like this. This is an absolutely fresh citrus kind of fragrance. Let's see what Fragrantica says about how long it lasts. Let's take a quick look before we go on. It says that the longevity is moderate and the sillage is moderate, and there's a good number of votes for that. So Happy Chopard Lemon Dulci, really, I think, very nice, clean bottle. I like this. Really glad to add this to my collection. That's a super thumbs up. Next is a sister of that, and that is Happy Chopard Bigaradia. This is also a citrus fragrance. It has top notes of neroli, bitter orange, green mandarin, and carrot. Carrot, what an interesting note. Now I know what carrots taste like and I know what they smell like. I don't know that I could pick that out of here, but I wonder if it's giving some of the sort of smoothness at the top there. And in the middle, orange blossom and jasmine, sambac, and honey. Nice combination of notes, sweet. And in the base, labdanum, cedar, sesame, and patchouli. So this one smells a little sweeter, softer, rounder, more orange, obviously, by the name and the ingredients, than the lemon one. But they're really nice, and I wonder if they would play well together layered and give you like a citrus bomb of a fragrance for the summertime. Bigaradia Happy Chopard. Let's move along then. I also have one that I learned about through, listen, if you do not watch GB Fragrances, her name is Giselle, you need to run over to her channel and subscribe and do one of those things where you spend the whole night binge watching her videos. Giselle has an absolutely phenomenal collection of fragrances, and she doesn't discriminate. She's got very inexpensive fragrances to some of the most expensive fragrances and everything in between, and she gives them all love the same. I absolutely appreciate that about her. She's very knowledgeable about perfume. She's super kind. She's a rock star to me. Giselle, you made me purchase this next one, and it is Radiant Nectar from Clean Reserve. So this is classified as a floral woody musk, and it has top notes of pear. I'm a sucker for pear. If you watch my channel, you know me and pear, we're like this. We go way back. Me and pear are homies. Ambrette at the top also, which is musk mallow. And then you get middle notes of tobacco blossom, orris, and carrot seeds. There's the carrot thing again. And in the base, musk, ambroxan, white cedar extract. I'm going to spray this on me because what I found with this when it came to my house is this is a very soft scent. It's not loud. It's sort of a skin scent, and I'm cool with that. But it really comes to life on the skin. On paper, you can barely smell it. On the blotter, you can barely smell it. You're like, what? How is it possible that this is even a fragrance? But on the skin, it is sweet and soft, a little musky. I get slight hints of something woody in the background. It's just one of those delightful, like everyday fragrances. You know how in makeup with lipstick, you have your lips but better colors, where it's actually like this pinky mauvey color that just kind of enhances your natural lip color. This is one to me that I feel like enhances the way you smell naturally. It's a beautiful skin fragrance, not just a skin scent in that it's close to the skin, but in that it amplifies your natural, what your natural body could and should smell like if you're clean and fresh and sweet and got a little touch of honey on you. This is lovely. Thank you, Giselle, for recommending Radiant Nectar by Clean Reserve. So if you're looking for a powerhouse fragrance, or if you're one of those people that need your fragrance to project far, fill up a room, you want to be noticed, please skip this because you will be disappointed. If you don't mind a subtle, sweet, close to the skin, natural kind of fragrance, this is beautiful. I really like this. Moving along. Next, we'll go to one that I am purchasing because I'm a bit of a completionist. And what I mean by that is if I have a certain set of something and I'm close to having all of them, then I kind of want them all. So you might have seen a video a while back where I talked about fragrances that, was it that deserved more love? I think it was in that one. And it was the entire line of Elizabeth and James, the Nirvana line. Now, Elizabeth and James are the Olsen twins. This is their fragrance line. And I love these bottles that they come in. I have 4 from the line that come in the darker bottles. The French Gray, Bourbon, the Rose one, and I'm forgetting the name of the 4th one at the moment. But I have Amethyst. I have all of those. I never did get the white one, and I never did get the black one. So this is the white one, which is called Nirvana White. They're all called Nirvana. And this is just peony, musk, and lily of the valley, according to Fragrantica, of course. This is just a really sweet white floral. Nothing more, nothing less. This isn't anything fancy. This isn't going to knock anyone's pants off. I love the bottle. I just love it. If you look back there, I used to have pictures in that shelf system. I took all the pictures out and moved a bunch of fragrances in there because I am in fragrance hoarding mode, and organized them by color there. And then I have a bunch still in the other place where I film, which is a couple of shelves in my linen closet in the bathroom. So I've got both sections. But what I'm getting at is that this shelf here is all white, and I can't wait to add this beautiful bottle to that shelf. Simple white fragrance, hard to go wrong. No one's going to be upset that you're wearing that. Non-offensive. Awesome bottle. Okay, next is another white bottle, and I have to give credit for this one to Erica Strauss here on YouTube. This woman, I'm going to link her below. Please go check out her channel. She's another one like Giselle that has this absolutely stunning fragrance collection. Everything under the sun that's imaginable, she has it. And she does such a wonderful job of reviewing them. She's got from like the most inexpensive to fragrances that will blow your mind, okay, and everything in between. And like Giselle, she gives them all love. All love. And she says on her channel, which I love, I don't discriminate. If it smells good, it smells good. And I like that about you, Erica. But she does a dupe series where she looks for fragrances that are similar to more luxury or high-end fragrances, niche fragrances, whatever, expensive fragrances, and gives you other options. So she presented this one, which is simply Blanc by Just Jack is the line. It's an eau de parfum. And she said that this was a dupe for Soleil Blanc from Tom Ford. I have Eau de Soleil Blanc, and I recently got a travel spray of the Soleil Blanc, the actual just Soleil Blanc, and I was really wanting a full bottle, but I didn't get it. One, because they're ridiculously expensive, and two, because I saw Erica talk about this, and I trust her. She knows her stuff. So sure enough, my husband and I tried this when they first came in, and we agree, this is almost a dead-on dupe for Soleil Blanc. Side by side, you can't really tell the difference. If you're one of those discerning noses, you might be able to stick your nose in it for 15 minutes, analyze each one, and say, I think there's a slight variation in XYZ note. But to every other nose, it's going to smell almost identical. Nice, creamy, a lot of coconut kind of thing going on in there. And I think the note in Soleil Blanc is called Coco de Mar. It's not an actual just regular usual coconut note. It also has something else going on like Soleil Blanc, like maybe like this musky woodiness underneath, but you get that coconut beachy vibe at the top, clean, a little slight bit of soapiness together. And this, you guys, I think it was under 30 bucks on like Amazon. Get out of town. Tom Ford, eat your heart out. Simply Blanc, Just Jack. Okay. I came across the next one by accident. I gotta make sure I got a clean little blotter. And I didn't mean, I swear I was not looking for this, but as I always say, Fragrance Net is like a rabbit hole. You start looking at one thing and there are recommendations for others, and you start to type something in and all these options come down and you're like, oh, what's that? Let me go explore that thing. So this is, okay, I did look up how to say this too. Etoile de Reves, Etoile de Reves, the Reves? I don't know if you say the S on Reves, but basically it translates into stars and dreams, stars and dreams. And this is from Mugler, Thierry Mugler, the same house that makes Angel, that makes Alien, all of those fragrances, Aura. And this is, I think it's part of the Angel line of fragrances. It's like a flanker to Angel. Now, I have not smelled the original Alien except on other people, so I remember what that smells like. That's not true. I did sample it in Ulta one day, so I have a sense of what it smells like. I didn't like it so much to bring home, so I'm curious about this one. We did spray it when it first came. I'm going to try it again here. I love that it comes in like this old school puffy thing where you have to it out. Ooh! Yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm getting from this. The notes are praline, patchouli, which is prominent in the regular Angel, the patchouli is, vanilla, white musk, and bergamot. I do get that patchouli. I get like that Angel DNA, but I get sweetness, probably from the praline and the vanilla. Hold on, I forgot to open the darn thing, so I can't spray it again. Here we go. Come on out, mama. It's really soft and pretty and cloudy. It's like a little marshmallowy to me. Do I get the praline in it? Not at the top, but I remember that we sprayed it, and as it settled down, my husband and I were in the kitchen and we were just testing them when they came in. I don't know why it was important to tell you that it was in the kitchen. Who cares whether we tested them in the kitchen, the bedroom, or the living room? Who cares? But I remember thinking that this smelled lovely and sweet and light and fluffy and cloudy with that hint of patchouli to ground it. The patchouli grounds it. I don't get the bergamot in here, but look how cool this bottle is. So one of the shelves in my closet is just blue and green fragrances, either the bottle or the juice inside. So this is going up there with those fragrances. That is too stinking cute. Let us keep going along, friends, so that I don't film a 45-minute video, which you guys know I will do. This next one was influenced by Claire Smith here on YouTube. Hi, Claire! And this is Nina Ricci Chant d'Extase. Chant d'Extase. And this is considered a floral fruity. It was designed by Francis Kirkjean, and it's top notes of raspberry, ginger, lemon, and pink pepper. In the middle, you get C notes. I always love that. C notes. Like, what is that? Rose, jasmine, and magnolia. And then you get caramel. And that's really what got me interested in this when Claire reviews it. She talks about it often on her channel and seems to really like it, but she talks about it being a caramel fragrance. So I'm always like, I want to smell caramel and C notes. I want to know what that smells like. And it has vanilla, musk, and ambergris in the base. This is, to me, a lovely aquatic fragrance. It comes across to me, which means to me like watery, light and watery. That's how I interpret what aquatic means. And I also get a hint of like salty marine thing going on. And I know in the base you do get some of that caramel and vanilla and musk, because we did give this one a chance to dry down too. This is, I would say, a somewhat unique scent. I mean, when you test so many fragrances, it's hard to call something unique, but it is in the sense that they mixed that marine aquatic thing with something sweet at the same time. You don't get the sweetness till later in this, is my experience, but it does come out of here, and it's lovely, and I bet it performs really well on the skin. And I got another blue one because I'm a fanatic. I'm OCD. I'm a fanatic about symmetry. So things have to be in their place, and if I'm going to add one blue one, then I need to add two, and I have a third and a fourth here that are in the same color family. So yeah, that'll work out. Welcome to the family, my little blue bottles. Next is one that my husband had a very adverse reaction to. He took it out of the box and he goes, "That looks cheap." Okay. It's called Let's Travel to New York by Mandarina Duck. Mandarina Duck is a luggage company. Yes, the bottle is not the best, at least the design on the front. The actual bottle is fine, right? But then that printing on the front is a little... This is a floral woody musk. It's got Italian lemon, green apple, and bergamot at the top. I love apple. And I do get this fresh, juicy apple at the top with the lemon and the bergamot. Yeah, you get citrus and apple. In the middle, jasmine, bamboo, nectarine, and iris, and then cedar and sandalwood at the bottom. So my husband did not care for this until it dried down. So I sprayed it on my skin. I walked around, we cooked and whatever, ate, had dinner. And I came back and I said, "Smell this. What do you think?" He's like, "That's nice." So it's just a clean, simple fragrance. It does mellow out to something a little bit, more woody, a little bit more floral. Simple. Another, inexpensive fragrance. I think this was in the $20 range or something in there. So that's the third blue bottle. And then the fourth blue bottle is one that I've also been eyeballing for a while and just haven't pulled the trigger. It is Oxygene by Lanvin. Looks like that. This is just a very super clean fragrance, a floral aquatic. It says it has pepper and bergamot at the top, and in the middle, milk, gardenia, and rose, musk, iris, and sandalwood in the base. It is a little hint of creamy, but more than anything, it is very clean, like fresh out of the shower, just shampooed my hair, just washed myself with like the cleanest, freshest soap kind of smell. Oxygene by Lanvin. And next we have Sunkissed Hibiscus from Nest. I'm not a big fan of Nest fragrances. I've tested a bunch of them. I have a bunch of samples over there. Actually, in that little corner right there is a bunch of samples, some of which include Nest. Not samples, like little travel sprays. And I don't don't know. I just feel like sometimes their fragrances are trying too hard, both in the design, the bottle design, and in trying to be like overly floral. But this one here, Sunkissed Hibiscus, is lovely. I didn't want to like it. I sprayed it one day. I was like, let me just try this, knowing I would hate it, and I fell in love. It's coconut and frangipani at the top. You had me at hello, creamy coconut, deep, rich frangipani, that beautiful tropical flower smell. And in the middle, tuberose and gardenia. You had me in the middle too. Tuberose and gardenia are some of my favorites, and orange blossom and amber in the base. This is long lasting too. I didn't even look on Fragrantica because I know that this lasts long on my skin. It meshes beautifully with my chemistry. I love this, you guys. Sunkissed Hibiscus. I'm going to do a summer video soon, and guess what's going to be in there? Boop! This one. Next is one that I find beautiful. I'm going to spray it on myself right now. I've got Escape on from this morning. Escape from Calvin Klein from 1991. Remember that? I got a video posted about my scent of the day. Go check that out. But this fragrance is so gorgeous. My husband and I immediately fell in love with this, and he says, that's what I want you to smell like. That's beautiful. It is Jasmine, Sambac, and Marigold by Jo Malone. Now, a quick note about Jo Malone. I have been like on purchasing them because all the ones that I have tried, the samples, they didn't last long. And I mean, if you're going to charge me an arm and a leg for a bottle of scented water, you better come with the thunder. You hear me? I want it to last on my skin. I want people to think it's beautiful. Everybody better notice me. I better get compliments galore. I better feel like a queen. So I took a chance and ordered Myrrh and Tonka from Jo Malone during the recent Sephora sale. Oh my God. One of the most beautiful fragrances ever. I doused myself in that one night, went to bed, and felt like a queen. My husband loved it. We both were like, man, that is a fragrance. You hear me? And so I took a chance on Jasmine, Sambac, and Marigold. And this is, I love Jasmine. I wore Alien, which is heavy jasmine, on my wedding day. It's in my top 3 fragrances, maybe my top 2, maybe my top. You'll hear me say that a lot. This is beautiful. This is the fresh, gorgeous, really succulent jasmine smell. I mean, it's like you're sticking your nose in a wall of jasmine when it first blooms. You know, that smell that captures you, and you're like, what is that? When you're walking by it, and then you go and you do one of these numbers, that's what you get in this, rounded out by that marigold. Absolutely stunning. If you like jasmine, you better get your hands on some of this. This is spectacular. Photorealistic, as it's called. Photorealistic, meaning it smells almost exactly like the real thing. Okay, these next two I ordered together. It is from Zara, or they are from Zara, and it is Rich, Warm, Addictive, and Intense Dark Exclusive. I didn't realize I was ordering 2 different ones. I thought I was ordering 2 of the Rich, Warm, Addictive, but it doesn't matter. Even better, I got both of these. So this is Rich, Warm, Addictive. Let's talk about that one first. You've heard about this all over Facebook. Not Facebook. That's a different platform. Maybe you've heard about it there too, but on YouTube as being this beautiful, deep, sultry, addicting fragrance. It's honey, it's coconut, it's tobacco, it's sandalwood, and it's cedar. And I've heard a lot of people talk about this, but the review that stands out to me, and this guy's so funny, The Scent of Narcissus, go check him out. He's on Instagram too. Actually, all these people on Instagram. But he had a video where he talked about this, and I laughed and laughed. He does great hysterical reviews, if you don't mind a lot of foul language. Hi, Scent of Narcissus, how you doing? But this is exactly what it says. Rich, warm, addictive. Is it quite the bomb that everybody says? I don't know. Let me spray it on skin over here, because I wasn't getting that like, oh my God, I have to have it. I was getting like, oh, that's really nice. That's what I was getting from it. So let's try the other one while I'm letting that dry down. And the other one is, let's see, what is it called here? Intense Dark Exclusive. And this is almost like a male version. Actually, I think these are both marketed to male, but This one here, the Rich Warm Addictive, is for more for everyone. This is very masculine. Tobacco, tonka bean, black pepper, mint, apple, basil, cashmere wood, and bergamot. I'm going to spray that on skin too. So I have to say about this one, it smells very much like a strong men's fragrance. It reminds me of Creed Aventus. That's what this reminds me of. It does. I don't think that's what I'm supposed to be getting out of this at all, so maybe something's wrong with me. But I can't help but think, actually, let me rephrase that. It smells like Aventus for her. The female version is what I get from this Intense Dark exclusive. Somebody talked about layering these two together. So Rich Warm Addictive. I'm coming back to that. I don't get much out of that, to be honest with you. It's almost like it's very fleeting, but I do like it when it first gets sprayed. Let me spray them together and see what kind of concoction we get. Do you have these? They're discontinued, if I'm not mistaken. Together, they're super nice. Together, they are super sultry, like competitive with like Angel Share from Kilian, with a little bit of a masculine touch. Anyway, I'm glad to have them in my collective collection. The mystery's over. I got you now. I got you both. I got 3 more, guys. Hang in there. Mandarina Eau de Parfum Intense. This is, I love the original Mandarina so much. I didn't think I was going to. I was resistant because so many people talked about it. I was like, oh my gosh, everyone's talking about this Journey perfume. But I bought it and I loved it. I have the EDT. Amazing. I can see why everyone's talking about it. And the reason I say that is because sometimes when people talk about something so much and hype it up, I get disappointed when I get it home and it's just nice. Not that there's anything wrong with just nice. It's just that you've heard, like a movie. When you hear that a movie is so amazing and you watch it, you're like, okay, that was okay. Why is everybody, bugging out about it? But this one here is a recommendation from my dear friend here, the Perfume Nest. Her name is Chris at the Perfume Nest, and she talked about this in a recent video. I believe it was her Vanilla's video. I'll link her down below too. And I got really curious. The reviews are mixed on this. Some people just prefer the original one, but I love this. My husband and I both thought this was a really beautiful, elegant, rich smelling woman's fragrance. One where you're elegant, you're walking into the room and you're commanding presence, but in a soft, assertive way without being aggressive. It's that lady smells good kind of fragrance. Mandarina Intense, 2 more. This next one is from my new pal here on YouTube. I was going to say Facebook again. Can you believe that? And it's one that she raved about in a recent video. Aqua Allegoria. Mandarine Basilic. Basilic sounds better. Let's go with that. Mandarin Basilic by Guerlain. And I'm talking about Marcy. I will link her below. She goes by Marcelina or Marcelina Thomas, I believe. Did I mess up your name, girl? Marcy. She's Marsamello on Instagram. Anyway, I've been binge watching her videos and you should too. She's got an absolutely amazing collection. And she is just a bright star here on YouTube. This really bubbly, wonderful, warm personality. That kind of person that you want to be friends with immediately because you know she's a good person. So Aqua Allegoria, Mandarine Basilic. I have to say, when I first sprayed this, I was like, whoo, Marcy, we need to talk. But the magic in this is if you give it a second, this is this gorgeous, it's a citrus aromatic. Aromatic, by the way, means in the fragrance world that it's giving you the perfume, if you will, off of plants. So think about like an herb smell or a vegetal smell. Those are considered aromatic. I think sometimes people mistake what aromatic means. I learned that a few months ago, and just remember that when you hear that. It's clementine at the top, bitter orange, orange blossom, green tea, and ivy. It is very bitter at the top. It's like, it comes across to me like grapefruit, like pure, straight, sour grapefruit, but in a nice way, like right before you put the sugar on it and dig into it with your spoon. Wait a minute. Yeah, in the middle you get more mandarin orange and basil. And that's the magic in this, that the orange, that bitter orange, almost grapefruit smell combines with the basil, and it's a super unique fragrance. I almost gave up on this. You get chamomile and peony, so I do get a little bit of that chamomile note in here, and sandalwood and amber in the base. This is unique. This doesn't smell like anything else in my collection. I love this, and I want to layer it with my Cannabis Santal from Fresh. I want to see how those two play together, because it's giving me a slight vibe of that without the patchouli that you get in Cannabis Santal. Magnificent. Really super duper clean, but on the citrusy side, extreme citrus with that beautiful basil in it. There's something soft about it too, and it lasts. So I sprayed this in the morning on a blotter, and I came back like 6 months later. 6 months later, 6 hours later, and the blotter smelled just as fresh as when I first sprayed it. And I love these bottles. They're gorgeous. Last but not least, I was inspired by another new friend here on YouTube, Lulu. Hi, Lulu. She had been watching my videos and commenting, and I didn't know that she was a YouTuber. And one day I just clicked on her little photo to see if I could learn more about her, and realized she had a channel, and she's super cool, and she does makeup and fragrance too. So we're twinsies, and I got the idea to purchase Nuda Veritas from Atelier d'Ors. Did I say that right? Why do we say, did I say that right? Do y'all get sick of hearing that? But she talked about this. I think it was in a video where she talked about summer perfumes. Oh, I do have one more perfume that I forgot. Stick around for that, because it's lovely. This is a floral fragrance. It's got cologne at the top, which gives you a little bit of a beachy feel, orange blossom and bergamot. In the middle, you get jasmine, sambac, Chinese jasmine, osmanthus, which smells like apricot, and tiara flower. You had me at tiara. Oh, that's the video she did, a tiara fragrance video. And in the base, ambroxan, tajitas, ambrette, patchouli, and oak moss. Delightful, beautiful, very elegant. Yeah, you're gonna smell elegant and nice in this. It's a rather simple fragrance, but it's like a simple, beautiful fragrance. Simple beauty is how I would describe this. And if you know these bottles, they've got the gold flecks in them, which I think is fun. And it's real 24 karat gold in the bottles. Not that that matters, but it's just a kind of cool feature. I almost forgot to talk about this last fragrance. Hold on one second. So the last fragrance is Fleur Hanami. Now, this was my scent of the day when I went on vacation in Florida. If you've been following me, you know what I'm talking about. I had a travel spray of it, and we fell in love with it, both my husband and I. This is a very unisex fragrance. We can both wear this. Look at this bottle, super stinking cool. Where's the camera? There you go, Hanami. And it has Fleur, the name of the company. Their nice, substantial bottle with this love a magnetic cap. And this is just 3 notes. It has fig, some white florals, so maybe it's more than 3 notes, some combination of white florals in the middle, and sandalwood. It's mostly a sandalwood fragrance with a little bit of sweetness from the fig, and then roundness from the white florals. This is a magnificent fragrance. I was going to say stunning, but I talked this morning about how we overuse the word stunning. Stunning. It is, I'll go with magnificent. It's beautiful. It's light. It's nice. It's sweet. It's comforting. It's like a hug. This is a hug in a bottle. Beautiful. I could see this going perfectly through all the seasons. Nice in the fall, nice in the winter, great in the spring, maybe summer too. Hanami Fleur. I wasn't sure if I was going to purchase a full bottle, but I did in the recent Sephora sale, and I'm so glad that I did. It's gorgeous. This is going on my white shelf back there too. All right, folks, those are my 17 fragrances. Let me take a last look. Did I hit them all? I did. Thank you for sticking with me. I don't know why my videos get so long. I've been accused of being a chatty Cathy, and that's probably why. Hope you don't mind, and I hope you enjoyed. Take care, friends. Have a good one.